Namo Namaha, Andariki Namaskaramulu. Today is a good day that we are going to have another lecture from Swamini ji on the goal of human life. We'll start the session with Prarthana. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyaye Sarva Vignopasantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhautame Sada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atiti Devo Bhava. Om. Okay. Let us start the webinar. I'll request Swamini ji to start the webinar, please.
Okay. Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyamakshabhirya Jatraha Sthirairangai Stushtvagum Sastanubhi Vishema Devahi Dayadayuhu Swasti na Indra Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Vidyam Dharavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Namaste to all. Today's topic is goal of the human life. Everybody is struggling to find out the goal of the life. Why I am here? What is the purpose of my life? So, there is a story, Katha, Akhyayika, what we call, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Muni Yajnavalkya had two wives, Maitreyi and Katyayini. Katyayini was a very simple housewife. Maitreyi was a scholar. And Yajnavalkya Muni had a huge ashram. He got 1,000 cows from King Janak as a gift. You can just imagine how big it should be. Because 1,000 cows mean those many caretakers has to be there, grazing land has to be there, then milking and curd and ghee, all this. Just imagine. It's a huge ashram. But Yajnavalkya Muni, though he was wise person, he decided to take the life of sannyasa. So he called both wives and he told, because without the permission of wife, person cannot take sannyasa. So he said that this is my desire. I want to be now life of sannyasa. And this huge property is here. I'm dividing these two properties in both of you in equal way. Katyayani, as I said, very simple lady. She said, yes, I'm giving you permission for that. Maitreyi was a scholar, Vedic scholar. So she thought for a while and then she went to Ajnavalk and asked, I have a few questions before you take sannyasa. Now listen to this conversation. Maitreyi asked a question. For which you are giving up all these worldly properties. Do I get that through this half property? Look at this question. For which you are giving up all these things and you are giving it to me. For which you are giving up, that I will gain through this. Yajnavalkya was a very honest husband. He said no. Nasha asti vittena. There is not even a hope of gaining for which I am giving up all these things. There is not even a hope for it. Nasha, na asha asti vittena. So Maitreyi said, then why are you giving me this property? I don't want this property. And for what you are giving up, that is what I want. So Yajnavalkya Muni gave an upadesha to Maitreyi. As I said, being an honest person, he said very nicely that in this world, whatever it is, whether it is a body or sampatti or satta or relationship or even heaven, what is the relationship with that? So there so many mantras are there, almost 35. Very beautiful mantra. Nattu vittasya kamaya vittam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya vittam priyam bhavati. Very simple, understand. Money, wealth is not beloved for the sake of the wealth. Atmanastu, understand. For my pleasure, it is beloved to me. Atmanastu kamaya. Understand? Then he started Natu Patyuhu kamaya patim priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya patim priyam bhavati. Husband is beloved not for the sake of husband. For sake of me, husband is beloved. I love somebody not for sake of that person. Natu jayayaha kamaya jayam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya jayam priyam bhavati. There are so many synonyms are there for the wife. Jaya, Dara, Bharya, Patni. Understand? Then he said, Natu swargasya kamaya swargam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya swargam priyam bhavati. Heaven also is beloved to you if it makes you happy. Atmanastu kamaya. Understand? So, what is the goal? I want to be happy. My happiness is important. So, with all this huge list, you can see in Yajnavalkya, that Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, finally he said, Natu sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. All these things are beloved to you, not for the sake of all, for the sake of me. I want to be happy, a pleased self. So Maitreyi said, then who am I? What is Atma? For which I am, everything is become beloved to me. What is that Atma? I don't want this wealth. You give me this upadesha. So Yajnavalkya said, Atmavare drashtavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. We won't get into that mantra, understand? But Atma is the one which is to be seen. It is the purpose of life. To know oneself, to know the true nature of the self. To know that what is the means for that? Shrotavyaha. You go to the teacher and learn that. After listening to the teacher, mantavyaha, you reflect on whatever teacher has taught you. After reflection, nididhyasitavyaha. You have to establish into that knowledge. So, what is important? Me is important. Understand? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam. Everything which is beloved to you. A lot of people, they have an ego, I work for the country, I work for my family, I work for my children. No. You work for yourself. The same children, if going against you, you are ready to give them up. Then what is that pleased self? Understand? I want that pleased self. But what is our experience? I always tell my student also. If you go to the bank, you go to the railway platform, you go to the airport, always there is one box on the wall. It's called complaint box. If you have any difficulty, any problem, or any suggestions, you can write it that and put that paper in that box, the complaint box. Any institute, you can see that it's common. But if you see this entire creation, there is no complaint box. So somebody asked me, Swamiji, everywhere there is a complaint box. Why Bhagavan didn't put the complaint box? I said he doesn't need. Then why? Because every human mind is a complaint box. Understand? We have so many complaints. My eyes are like this. Our Pujya Swamiji used to tell, all our complaints start with our hair. My hair, my height, my skin, my family, my place. Always we are unhappy. Always complaining. That means we are not happy with ourselves. Though we want to be a pleased self, but we are not happy. Understand? In English, it's called I lack something. In English, it's called I lack something. Always something is lacking. I miss something. So that is human mind. Complaint box, understand? So we have to analyze that complaint box mind. We ask our mind, what do you want? Understand this. So let's analyze this. I want to be happy. That means happiness, sukham, is the goal of human life. I want to be happy. Understand? But when I look into this world, when I look into the business, when I look into the family, when I look into the knowledge, education, I lack something. So there is no way I can be happy with what I have. So what is that happiness? Today we'll analyze this. Everybody wants to be happy. So that happiness which we are seeking in our life. So I always present 6 questions. Okay. That's how I analyze this whole thing. Now, careful. What is that happiness? What kind of happiness you want? Because you are not in front of me, I don't see all of you. But this is a way of conversation actually. Suppose the first question, 6 questions are first question, which you have to answer. Every human being, you means every human. You want to be happy at one place and not at other place, or you want to be happy everywhere? Number 1. You want to be happy today and not tomorrow, or you want to be happy every time? Second question. Third question. You want to be happy with some people and not with some people? Or you want to be happy with some objects and not other objects? Or you want to be happy with all? Third question. Fourth, very important question. You want to be happy with lot of efforts or no efforts? Generally people are no, मेहनत करेंगे हम और खाएंगे. With lot of efforts. So I will ask one question. The people, those who answer that with lot of efforts, I want to be happy. Then I will ask the question. Suppose somebody offers a job to you. And that job, there are 2 options are there. One option is you work for 10 hours and you will get 50,000. Or you work for 6 hours and you get 1 lakh rupees. Which one you will choose? If you think that with lot of efforts I want to be happy, then you have to choose 10 hours. But you don't choose 10 hours. You choose 6 hours. Why? Minimum efforts, maximum result. And that's why the question is important. You want to be happy with effort or without efforts? Fifth question. You want to be happy with knowledge, without knowledge? Last one. You want to be happy with dependency or no dependency? Every question there is a one answer, which is Sanskrit word is there. Everyone has the same answer. I want to be happy everywhere, sarvatra. I want to be happy all the time, sarvada. I want to be happy with all, sarvam. I want to be happy with minimum efforts, anayasa. I want to be happy with knowledge, nanam, knowledge. I want to be happy independently, swatantra. Understand? This is the definition of the happiness which every human being is seeking. That's the goal, understand? Sarvatra, sarvada, sarve, anayasaha, ayasarahitaha, gnana sahitaha, swatantra. All these things, if I put together, and I can use only one word for that, which is called ananta, limitless. So everybody is seeking that limitless happiness, ananta sukham. Now, this is a logic. Whole Vedic Shastra is a logic, understand. We don't have to believe something. What is the logic? Now understand this. The logic is every desire presupposes knowledge. Suppose I ask you, do you want dabeli? What will you say? What is dabeli? Understand? What is dabeli? That means you want to know what is dabeli. Any desire presupposes knowledge. There cannot be a desire of unknown object. So this is the biggest contradiction of human life. You want to have limitless happiness, ananta sukha. Whether the person is from Bharat Desh, from America, from Asia, from Japan, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Africa jungle or Amazon jungle, this is the goal, ananta sukha. But as I said, this is a contradiction. In Brahma Sutra introduction, Shankaracharya has presented this. That every desire presupposes knowledge. That means what? Every human being has a desire of limitless happiness. That desire presupposes knowledge. That means you know what is Ananta Sukha. Without knowing, you cannot desire. Do you understand what I'm telling? If you don't understand, please raise the hand. Any question, please raise the hand. So this is the contradiction. If I know Ananta Sukham, then why I have a desire? But desire is there, proves that you know that. If I know, then why should I desire? Do you see that? Now question is, if every human being has this desire, that means every human being know what is limitless happiness. Without knowledge, there cannot be a desire. Now think yourself, as I'm talking, back of mind, you think, where do you experience this limitless happiness? Because without the experience of limitless happiness, you cannot have a desire. Just think with me. Because if you have not experienced, like suppose somebody comes and asks me, do you want filter coffee? I have never experienced filter coffee. I have never tasted filter coffee. How can I desire that? I cannot say I like filter coffee. If I have not tasted filter coffee, how can I say I like filter coffee? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Understand this sentence? That limitless happiness I am seeking, that seeker. Just think. Because if you have not experienced Ananta Sukham, there is no way you can desire it. Anybody has an answer for that? See, these 6 conditions, questions are very important. Understand this. Just saying Ananta Sukham doesn't work. These 6 points are there. Now, I will ask one more question. Do you like to sleep? Oh, Swamiji, I love sleep. No human being can say, I don't want to sleep. Everybody loves sleep. Why? Look at this sleep. It's amazing. Sushupti avastha. Our scriptures have analyzed this Sushupti avastha very nicely. What is this Sushupti avastha? Deep sleep. When you go to sleep, is there a place? Once you go to sleep, there is a time? No. No time limitations, no spatial limitations. There objects are there, people are there? No. Wife and husband, they sleep together, but once go to sleep, there is no wife and there is no husband. There is no pillow and there is no AC and there is no fan, understand? No objects, no relationship, no people. How much effort you have to put to go to sleep? No effort. If you want to see that, you have to come to Bombay. Bombay local train. You know? This is amazing. Every day, 50 lakhs people are traveling in this local train Bombay. That's the population of some countries. So a lot of people, they have to wake up early in the morning and they have to catch the train because second by second there are trains at. So this fellow gets up in the morning and he has to get up, has to get ready and catch the train. Once he catches the train, whether he's sitting or standing, understand? Because he has woke up in the morning, standing there in the train, he sleeps. Understand? No efforts. Anayasa. Though it looks like we are depending on so many things to sleep, on AC and temperature of the AC and the room and the window and the pillow and the bed cover. Once you go to sleep, nothing is there. You are not depending on anybody. You are swatantra. So Shankaracharya gives the definition of this Sushupti Avastha. After waking up, what person says, what person experience? Sukhena maya nidra anubhuyate. Nakinchidam naham jana. I didn't know anything. I slept well. Understand? Aham kimapi na jana. This is the experience of everybody. I didn't know anything. That means nothing was there. Time, place, people, relationship, objects, efforts, nothing. Dependency, no. Sukhena nidra anubhuyate. Oh, yesterday I slept like a log. That happiness is there. Sukhena, understand? No limitations. Time limitation was not there. Space limitation was not there. Object limitation was not there. Efforts were not there. Dependency not there. Missing one thing. Remember this. Beautiful. Sarvatra sarvada sarvam. Ayas rahitah gnana sahitah swatantra. One thing is missing. One thing is missing in the sleep is called gnana sahita. Waking up, you say, I slept well. It's called pratyabhigya. It's not memory. It is called pratyabhigya in Sanskrit. So when you are sleeping, you're enjoying that happiness of sleep. Waking up, you know it. So in the sleep, that happiness, what we are experiencing is that ananta sukha, no limitations. But knowledge was not there. Then what? You know, these tigers, leopards, once they taste the human blood, they go for it. Similarly, every human being is like a tiger, like a lion. We experience that ananta sukham in the sleep. The problem is we didn't know. And therefore, waking up, we look for that happiness. So we keep on looking for that. Knowledge will give me happiness. Job will give me happiness. A wife will give me happiness. Children will give me happiness. Job will give me happiness. Name and fame will give me happiness. No. We keep on jumping from one to other because we are looking for that. Because we have already experienced that in the sleep. Not only in the sleep, and I'm sure some of you have visited Badrinarayan, Kedarnath. It's not easy to go to Badrinath. It's all roads are curved roads, height is there, oxygen is less. 16,000, 18,000 feet high. Cold weather is there, wind is there, snow is there. Not easy to go to Badrinarayan. But all of us have a desire, at least once I can have a darshanam of Badrinarayan. It's a Shaligram, understand? Badrinarayan is a Shaligram. So with lot of efforts, person goes to Badrinath. And he stands in front of Badrinath. What person does? Look at this. As soon as you see Badrinarayan, you close your eyes. Why? Have you ever thought about that? You have gone there, you tell everyone, Badrinarayan Darshanam. But you go there and you close your eyes. What is Darshanam? Why? Why we close the eyes? As soon as we have darshan of Tirupati, Balaji, we close our eyes. Why we close our eyes? Understand?
To look for the God inside?
No.
Are we trying to take him inside? Oh no, we are going back to the sleep status where we experience bliss, is it?
We had a desire to have a darshan of Badrinath. The desire is fulfilled, you are with yourself. Bhagwan in third chapter said, what does desire? Kama does. Gnana mavrutti tushthati. It covers your knowledge. Gnanam avrutti tishtati. So the desire to have a darshanam of Badrinarayan is covering yourself, that anantaskam, that knowledge. As soon as the desire is fulfilled, you are with yourself. You.
Very
So
nice.
that moment is called Ananta Sukham. Those who have experienced now can analyze your own experience and see that happiness is that Ananta Sukham. But problem is, other person will push you and you will be again with the world. So every time, same thing, like, mother is waiting for the child, son to come from America. As soon as son arrives, she hugs and closes the eyes. And look at that particular moment. That's Ananta Sukham. Every time, that's why I always tell, it's not that Darshanam Badrinarayan has given you happiness, but Darshanam has removed the desire which was covering your Ananta Sukham. That desire is being fulfilled, gone, you are with yourself. But we concluded differently. We thought that fulfillment of desire is given us happiness. That's not the case. So every desire, when fulfilled, for a moment we have this Ananta. Somebody loves laddu. As soon as he puts that laddu in his mouth, he closes his eyes. Oh, I enjoy. Excellent. Do you understand that closing of the eyes? That's happy. That's you. That's limitless happiness. So you know that you experience that limitless happiness, but without knowledge. And therefore, what we seek is Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam. I want to be happy. But that doesn't mean that Shastra is telling that you be selfish person. No, that's not the case here. We are not selfish. That's a fact of human life. But the reality is that after making others unhappy, you cannot be happy. One of my students built a huge house. He earned a lot of money and then he had a huge bungalow. And he was very happy for having such a huge bungalow. Then he had a Vastu and everything. So Vastu Shanti was there and Homam was there. A lot of people were invited. For some reason, out of country I was, so I didn't go for the Vastu Shanti. So after that, he invited me for Bhiksha. So I went there. Then yes, it was really good house. It is very good house. Nice home. So I said, oh, it's beautiful. Nice garden is there. Beautiful. And I said, okay, already 2 months are gone. You are all settled. Very nice. With a new place, you have to, it takes a month at least to get settled in a new place. So his wife said, yeah, Swamiji, we are settled, but look at this but. I said, what happened? Why? You wanted this, you yourself planned, you also built these things. You are here, 2 months already gone, then why this butting? Oh, Swamiji, do we plan everything nice, but what? Swamiji, this backyard, a lot of poor people are there. The children, not even having enough food, not even having enough clothes. Seeing them, we feel so miserable. Do you understand? If another person is not happy, you cannot be happy. Seeing somebody's miserable life, whatever you have, you cannot be happy. That's why it's not a selfishness. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati is not a selfish goal. But that's a fact of life, that what we want is ananta sukha. But as I say, that what we lack is a knowledge. But just Swamiji used to tell, that everybody is a seeker. Every human being is a seeker, looking for this ananda sukha. But the problem is that we use the word, but we don't understand it. As I said, the 6 points are very important. If I want to be happy everywhere, that means what? Everywhere means what? That sukham has to be now, here. If I want to be happy sarvada all the time, that means that sukham has to be now. Do you understand what I'm telling? Here and now. With everybody, it means what? Swatantra means there is no dependency. If it is ananta, it has to be here now. That's sukham. Then only it is ananta. If it's not now, then it's not Ananta. If it's not here, it cannot be Ananta. Lastly, if you are not included in that, then also it is not Ananta. That means in the sleep, you say, I was happy, and except you, nothing was there. That means what? You are that happiness. So, Swamini's sentence is, seeker is a sought. What you are seeking is you. Goal of human life is you, the limitless happiness. You are seeking yourself, not money, not external objects, not relationship, not name and form. Understand? Not fame. What fame you want? What power you want? If the same thing is making unhappy, you are ready to give up. Understand? So that's why it's you. It cannot be other than you. But the problem is we miss ourselves. We never look into ourselves. In Bhaj Govindam, that's why Shankaracharya puts these questions in the verse. Koham kutayatah, kame janani kome tatah. Understand? Who am I? From where did I come? Who is my mother? Who is my father? What you are seeking is you. Because Ananta Sukham is there, that means you cannot produce it. You cannot gain it. You cannot modify it. Understand? This is Ananta. There are no modifications. There is no gaining. There is no losing for Ananta. But we thought it's somewhere else. But this analysis proves that it cannot be separate from. Because your sleep proves that you are happy, and except you, nothing was there. That means you were that happiness. You are anasatyam gnanam anantam brahma. Yo veda nihitam bhukaya. It's you. It's available in your buddhi. But we are so busy with the external things, dharma, artha, kama. So much busy with dharma, artha, kama that we don't never even look into ourselves. That this is the goal. That's it. But to know, as I said, knowledge is lacking. And for that knowledge, Yajnavalkya said, Atmavare drashtavya, shrotavya, mantavya, nididhyasitavya. That's the only way. You have to look into yourself. Atmavare drashtavya. If you want that, Maitri, if you want for which I am giving up all these things, that's me, Atma. That is to be looked into. And to look into, you need Shrotabhya. Why? Because eyes are seeing the entire world. But eyes cannot see itself. To see the eyes, what you have to do? You need the mirror. Similarly, Shastra is a mirror to look for yourself. That's why Yajnavalkya Muni says, Shrotabhya. Listen to it. Shastra is a mirror. Not only that, the child, when first time sees itself in the mirror, it doesn't know that this is me. Mother introduced, this is you. Do you understand what I'm telling? Every child is being introduced by mother that this is your reflection. Otherwise, how child will know this is my reflection? Because never seen oneself. So I give one simple example of African jungle. See, the Shravanam is very important. There is no other way. Shrotavya. The Tavya is there. Tavya, Kartavya. Kartavya to be done. That's called Tavya Pratyay. Shrotavya, to be listened to. Okay, Shastra is there. I will read Shastra and I will understand. That's why in Mundak Upanishad, it is said, Saguru mevapi gachat shrotriyam brahmanishta. You have to go to the qualified teacher. Shrotriyam. Shastram adhite iti shrotriya. Shrotriya means the one who studies Shastra and teaching Shastra. It's called Shrotriya. Brahmanishta means understood the meaning of the Shastra. Means established into the knowledge of Brahman. But why do I need? I can read Shastra. Why I need this Guru? So in African jungle, this is 18th century sometime, when these British people started going to the African jungle and they found that so many new species are there, animals and plants and insects and all that. So a lot of biologists, scientists were going there. So one biologist visited that place. And slowly he became friendly to the tribe there. So he has to carry everything with him, His tent was there and small mirror for shaving, And he will be in his tent and doing all these things. So people don't bother him. Then daytime they will go with him in the jungle for all the research. One day in the morning, this scientist was sitting there and he was shaving. And he had this small mirror. So the tribe's head, his son became very friendly with this scientist, young man. So for something he went there. Now he's seeing mirror first time. So as soon as he saw mirror, he saw that something is inside. So he got frightened that this is some magic. This fellow has some magic, and therefore all these things are there. This small mirror and so many things you can see in that. The huge tree is there. So he thought he has some black magic. So he started shouting, run away, run away, run away. So everybody came out and what are you doing? What happened? Oh, he has a black magic. This scientist also got frightened and suddenly he started shouting in his own language. This fellow doesn't understand what he's shouting. So he also went there with this mirror. With this mirror he went. He was so frightened, he was running away from the, no, don't go near. He has this magic, don't go near. Everybody started running away. So the head of the tribe, was a very quiet person. So he saw that his son is shouting and everybody is also following. What happened? No, he has a magic there and he has something in his hand and you don't go near. There's something. So this scientist said to this man, nothing is that. This is a mirror. I'm shaving my. So he went near. See this, a simple mirror. So then as the father was near that, the son also came behind the father. So this man, what he did, he said, look at me. This is me. He says, yeah. Now look in the mirror. It's me. So this mirror is reflecting my face here. It's a reflecting. Then he said, okay, now look at this. This is the point. Now, this father is seeing himself, but does he know that this is me? Because he has never seen himself in the mirror. No. So when this scientist was telling this is you, he was looking at him that this is me. Then he called his son. Okay, come here. See your father? Yes. This is your father's reflection? Yes. No, he said his father. Okay, now look at this son here. Now look at this reflection. Your son is here? Yeah. That means what? Do you understand? It's called validation. Father has to validate that this is your reflection, and son has to validate this. Father, this is your reflection. This is you. That means other than you, somebody is required to understand that this is you. Same way, for the Shastra, Bhagavan also said in Gita, today is a Vaikuntha Ekadasi understanding. Today Bhagavan has given Upadesha to Arjuna. Tadvidhi pranipaten pariprashnen sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninaha tattvadarshina. You have to go to Guru. Shriyatavya Shri. But what is Guru? This is a confusion for all youngsters. Who is Guru? Ashram is Guru. Clothes are Guru. Tilagam is Guru. What is Guru? That's why I said the definition is there. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. The person who has studied the Shastra under his teacher or her teacher. That teacher also studied under his teacher. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Aswadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Bhagavan also on 4th chapter, first 2 verses are this only. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavan ahamabhyam vivasvan manave prahu manorikshvakave pravita. Evam parampara praptam. Nobody is Swayambhu Guru. Nobody can say, I went to Himalaya and I got Brahmagnana. Useless. Don't believe all this. How are you going to see your eyes? You have to need a mirror. Shastra is a mirror. But to see that it's you, you need a teacher. It's a parampara. Bhagavan said, Evam parampara prapta. Who is the first guru? Bhagavan. Sadashiva Samaramba. Or Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vashishtam Shaktincha Tat Putra Parasharam. Vyasam Shukam Gaud Pada. This is a parampara. Devanam Prathamam Sambhavuvaha. Mundak Upanishad also start with parampara. Brahmaji was there. Brahmaji imparted this knowledge to his student. Angira Muni. Angira gave it to Satyavaha Bharadwaja. Bharadwaja gave it to Angiras. And Shaunaka went to Angirasa to gain this knowledge. And therefore, not only Guru, we need Parampara, Sampradaya. In 13th chapter, second verse, there is huge Kshetrajnam Chapamam Vidhi Sarva Kshetrasu Bharata, huge Bhashya is there. In that Bhashya, Shankaracharya gives a very strong statement. Sarva Shastra Gnoti Asampradaya with Murkhavat Upekshani. Even though person is a very well versed person, Shastrajna, but if he doesn't have Sampradaya, don't go to him. Neglect him, Upeksha. Neglect him like a fool. And therefore, what you are seeking is you. Goal of human life is you. Ananta Sukha. But to gain that, Shastra is required. And to study Shastra, Guru is required. Therefore, Shankaracharya gives the definition of Shraddha. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Sa Shraddha. Shraddhavan Labhate Gna. Knowledge is required. Because of ignorance, we don't know that I am limitless happiness. That ignorance is covered. Agnanena avrutam gnana. The knowledge, which is you, the self-evident consciousness, that is you, gnana, chaitanya, which is ananta. But it is covered with ignorance. And by knowledge, that ignorance has to go. Gnanena to tadagnanam nashitam atma. The ignorance of pot goes by the knowledge of the pot. The ignorance of the chemistry goes by the knowledge of the chemistry. And if I want to learn the chemistry, I have to find a book which talks about the chemistry. Similarly, the ignorance of the self is removed by the knowledge of the self. Where can I get it? The book which talks about the self, which is Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Vedanta. Therefore, Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha. After listening to it, we have to reflect on it. Think about it. Called Mananam. And after that, Nididhyasanam required. Why? By logic, you can understand that you are limitless happiness. But you have to assimilate that knowledge. I am limitless happiness. For that Nididhyasanam. Because we have to assimilate. All these days we are thinking, I am man, I am woman, I am old, I am young, I am wife, I am husband, I am daughter, I am son, I am boss, I am employee, I am Indian. So many superimpositions are there. All this has to be removed. I am limitless happiness. That's you. But even after knowing that, we have to assimilate that knowledge. The assimilation. Can I have 5 minutes more? 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay. What is the assimilation? Now we have to understand that. Suppose there is a boy from very low income family. And he became mechanical engineer. and he was gold medalist. So on campus, he got job from the L&T, Larsen, a huge company. And they got the contract of the building this 6-lane highway. And saying his credential, company employed him. So now he the employee of L&T, understand? Now he has to shift his identity. Being a person from low income, now he is an employee of L&T. So he has to talk that way. He has to walk that way. He has to assimilate that I am L&T employee. Being so intelligent, in 6 months he got the promotion. And from the field, he was taken to the office for the administration, where he has to order things, what is required, how much required, what time is required. And he was good in management. So after 6-7 months, he got a week holidays. Now look at this. He went home. Seeing his mother was shocked. Why? Employee of L&T, not ego, understand that identity I'm talking. His behavior, his way of talking, his way of sitting, everything changed. His mother was so shocked. Then he asked, what happened? Are you okay? You are changed. Are you same, Kumar? Amma, I'm same. No. Look at your clothes. Way you talk, way you sit, the way you eat. Understand? Amma, now I'm an engineer. I am manager now. Amma, I'm manager. So he has to behave like a manager. L&T. Same way. I am Ananta Sukha. It has to come to your personality. It has to assimilate to you. Somebody used to give the example for, this Bengali sweet, Rasagulla. When they make it, it's a dry mawa, khoya. Then they dip it into the sugar syrup. So Swamiji used to tell, I am Ananta Sukha means what? I'm a Rasagulla. This Rasagulla, from any angle you press, what comes out is sweet. Similarly, if you are Ananta Sukham, what comes out is what? Sukham. Ananda. Relax. Happiness. Do you understand? The complaining box is gone. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam sukham. Atmanieva atmana tushta. He is happy with himself because he is happiness. You don't have to be happy, you are happiness. But needs to assimilate. That assimilation is called nididhyasana. So this is the goal of your life. You are happiness and you have to understand properly that you are limitless happiness. Om Tat Sat. Any question?
No, Dhanyavadamalandi. Any questions from anybody?
One question. Once you
Hmm.
realize this, it is that you stay in it, is it? Don't you ever move away from it? Like, see, you said we saw the image for a moment. We
Hmm.
understood it. There was no jnanam. That's why we moved away from it.
Hmm.
But when the guru lets you, with his kripa, understand this, you reside in it, is it?
Yes, you do that. You do that, but it takes time. That's why in 18th chapter, Bhagavan said that for this Gna, Nishtha, I will tell you the verse number. So Bhagavan said very clearly that to gain the Nishtha into this knowledge, we need to have the certain lifestyle which helps you to abide in this knowledge. So Bhagavan has given very beautiful few verses about that. Uh, Nishtha Gnana, that's called Gnana Nishtha. What we call assimilation is called in English, in Sanskrit, Nishtha, Gnana Nishtha. So in 50 verse, Nishtha Gnanasya Yapara, Tan Nibodha, may you know from me that what is that Gnana Nishtha and what is the lifestyle to gain that Gnana Nishtha. So from verse number 51 to 55, Bhagavan has given this particular lifestyle through which we can assimilate this knowledge and we can abide into this knowledge. Because
Which
knowledge.
chapter, Mahodaya? Which chapter, Swamini?
18th chapter, last chapter.
Okay. Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yatto.
So the Gnana Nishtha is required. That is why Nididashan is important, because from so many births we have taken ourselves as the body, mind, sense complex and the relationships and all that. So we have to get rid of all these things. Naham Deha. So it takes time. But keep listening to the Shastra. Be in touch with Shastra. Slowly all this identity goes on. But it takes time. That's why Gnana Nishtha is required. And once the Gnana Nishtha is there, the same thing in 56, 57, Bhagavan has discussed that Gnana Nishtha. Then whatever you do, it's like as I said, that once that identity is there, then it's very easy. Like L&T, once the person has assimilated, I am employee of L&T, I am manager, then it's very easy for him to behave like that. Same way. But the important thing is that that complaint box is gone, because I am Ananta Sukham. Whatever is the condition of the body, whatever the condition of the mind, whatever condition of the family, doesn't matter. With that also, I am Ananta Sukham. Without that also, I am Ananta Sukham. You know. That's why Bhagavan says what? Dukkhestu anudvignamanaha sukhesu vigata spruha. Vitaraga bhayakrodha sthitadhir muniruchyate. That's the Siddha Lakshana. I think one chat is there.
Dhanyavad, Swamini.
What is Mananam? Mananam is a reflection, as I say. Whatever you have listened to it, go back and then you reflect on that and see that how much you have understood. Suppose something is missing, then you can come back to the talk or guru and ask again. So then there should not be any doubt. Mananam is to remove any kind of the samshaya, any kind of the doubt in our mind or any kind of the confusion in the mind. So the clarification of the confusion or the doubt is called mananam. It's called reflection. You have to reflect and you have to remove all kind of the doubts or uncertainty or confusion, non-clarity. All this thing needs to be removed. That is called mananam. Clear? Any more questions?
Okay. Any other questions? I think no questions in the chat box. And also, this is not so clear that questions are very less. Now, we'll look forward for some more lectures on this philosophy.
Sure. How many youngsters are there now?
Youngsters,
Our course student.
I can see from our course, about 20-25 are there.
Okay.
But these are senior people.
Yes.
Not the people who are, at the CC for youth. Not that. From there, I will just ask how many are there. Just raise your hands. Those who are from CCSD for youth. Anybody? I think afternoon time they didn't come. But there is one lady, Mahalakshmi, but she is not youth.
Namaste, sir.
Sorry?
Namaste.
Namaste ji. But she is senior person. And Pratik, I don't know whether he is Arvind. Actually, I find that these people don't open up and then speak, volunteer. That is the mentality of college students.
Oh, okay.
Until the time, they are provoked and pushed, they don't come up and speak.
Yeah, but at least here we can see, how many people are there.
All the people who are with the numbers, they're all students only.
Oh, okay. They are given the number. Okay.
Yeah, the PIN number is given.
Okay.
Some people did not put the PIN number.
Okay. So by numbering, you know that these people are the students.
Yeah, they're identified with a number and then also tracked and then certified. The attendance is taken like that.
Okay. Okay, we'll do the prayer.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can you do the prayer and we'll do the Ganamana after that? Yeah.
Yeah, I will do the prayer. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Hari Om.
ధన్యవాదములండి స్వామినిజీ. Now we'll go for chanting, singing Janaganamana. I request all of you to please stand up and then sing along with me. जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जल तव शुभ नामी जागे शिक्ष मागे जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय. Thank you all participants for the active participation.